Well, in light of everything that's happening, not only in the United States, but around the world, I thought this would be the best way to start this video.
In 5 Americans is about to be living under a new world order as New York joins California and a growing list of US states preparing to effectively shut down.
And that's exactly what's going on right now, guys. We are living under a new world order. I thought this was an interesting message from this guy right here. Listen to this.
What up, everybody? I'm just here to let y'all know a little something. I'm not here to panic nobody, but I just want y'all to know what I know. I just came into work today, and they gave me this letter, and I had to sign it and get them a copy and keep a copy, and it basically says right here, critical industry employee authorization to travel, meaning it's my pass to travel from work to home, home to work. I asked my boss when it is going to affect. He said maybe sometime the middle of this upcoming week. So like I said, I don't want nobody to panic. I just wanted y'all to know that this is happening, and go get y'all last little items and figure out where you're gonna stay, and this shit is real, you know what I mean? So whatever you need, go get it, figure out where you're going. Everybody be safe. It's all love. Keep a positive mind, and we be all right.
Did you ever think that we'd live in a land where you have to have an authorization to travel? You have to have papers. You have to show the Gestapo your papers before you can proceed. Stick around to the end of this video, guys. You're going to want to see the last thing I deal with. Now, I wanted to let you know that I got a community guideline strike today on one of my videos, and I'm not going to say the name of the video because this may be the reason I got it struck down, but apparently you can't talk about this, or you can't talk about this, or you can't call this. Censorship, curfew, and just outright quarantine. A loss of constitutional rights. How's that Constitution working out for us, guys? How's that land of the free, home of the brave working out for us? So because you can't watch this on this channel, and by the way, if I get one more community guideline strike, this channel is gone. So please subscribe to my BitChute channel. Now I'm a little bit miffed at BitChute right now because I uploaded this video. Here's same title right here. You can see that right up here about 2 hours ago, and it says my video is still processing. I'm going to go ahead and refresh it while I'm live right here. But yeah, see, it says I'm still processing. Video on YouTube uploads just like that. I don't know. I've contacted the guy at BitChute. Usually he's pretty good about fixing this kind of stuff, but these kind of glitches really hamstring the freedom process. Then I wanted to turn to this right here because this caught my eye. So true. April Fool's Day is canceled this year because no made-up prank could match the unbelievable blank, because you can't say that word anymore on YouTube, going on in the world right now. And this same guy, I don't know if this is true or not, guys. I would not doubt if it is, though. This guy says, my mother died on the 22nd of March, 2020 at this hospital right here. She was admitted for a fall into a door jamb the day before. Her 83-and-a-half-year-old body couldn't handle it. I said goodbye to her Friday afternoon, the 21st. I'm really sorry about that guy. I signed the do not resuscitate papers and left. My brother, who just drove 7 hours from Georgia, was lied to and denied access. Way to go, hospital. She was tagged as this that I can't say on YouTube because the algorithms will pick it up and take my channel and my video down. But died from her fall. But she was tagged as this. A false positive that was coerced and a lie from the start. Yes, they are lying, period. I didn't have confidence in this number in the first place, but I'm seeing more and more of these types of messages on social media pop up, and I don't doubt them because I don't trust people who are in the tank for Big Pharma, and that's exactly what these people right here are in the tank for. So they have a vested interest in making this number as scary as possible. Fill in this, notice it's red, blood red. Fill in this fear porn chart, this worldwide fear porn chart with as many red dots as possible to get more lemmings who turn off their critical thinking and hand their ability to think over to their overlords, their authorities, the officials. That's how easy it is. This number right here, and here, and here, and here, and here, and here, gets a no confidence vote from people who are actually thinking for themselves. Then we have this. Melissa Barden Schmidt was arrested in Stuart, Florida. You think, okay, what crime did she commit? Who did she harm? Who did she threaten? What store did she steal from? Police say she took a walk through downtown Stuart and was live on Facebook discussing the fact that she was recently tested for this right here. She didn't harm anybody. She didn't threaten to harm anybody. She wasn't stealing anybody's stuff, so she wasn't committing a crime. She left no victim. But they arrested her and kidnapped her and didn't have the results yet. She is charged with violation of the executive order. That's the world we live in right now. The question is, are you and I, and is everybody else watching this video, going to continue to accept the lie? Because you know government's lying to you. That's all they can do. That's all that the government is good at. Oh, and breaking your legs and handing you a taxpayer-funded crutch and saying, see, if it weren't for the government, you wouldn't be able to walk. See how badly you need us? We're from the government. We're here to help. And that leads us to this right here. And then I'm going to show you the last thing that you definitely want to stick around for.
Okay, let's go, Steve.
If we could draw you out a little bit more on the advice on face mask, what would people gain from wearing a mask, and why are you opposed to wearing one yourself?
Well, I just don't.
By the way, Trump had just read the CDC recommendation to voluntarily wear masks in America when you can. Oh, but it's just voluntary right now. See, we live in an age where the CDC and the World Health Organization, all under the auspices of the United Nations, all with the agenda in mind of Agenda 2130, which used to be Agenda 21, where they're going to try to cattle us, move us as cattle into these smart cities, these sustainable smart cities on their power grid. Buy up all the land, buy up all the property, own everything, and use us as more controlled, surveilled tax cattle. So he just read this thing about this CDC recommendation of voluntary mask wearing in America. And so that's what this guy's asking about.
I wear one myself. It's a recommendation. They recommend it. I'm feeling good. I just don't want to be doing, I don't know, somehow sitting in the Oval Office behind that beautiful Resolute desk. The great Resolute desk, I think.
And before we go on with what he's saying is, how about us as Americans? See, he's a sovereign. Cops are sovereigns. People are given exceptions. They're the humans with the exceptions. But you got to abide by the curfew. You got to stay at home. You got to lock your doors. You got to let the authorities know why you're going out. You need to have a travel pass so that you can show your papers and show them that you're one of those exempt human beings too. That's our America, but their America, they can do whatever they want to. Yeah, we'll just blow off that recommendation. Well, how about you and I act like Americans, like a Samuel Adams American, or a Thomas Jefferson American, or a Benjamin Franklin American, or a James Madison American, and say, yeah, I'm feeling good. No thanks. Not even thank you, but no thank you. It's just no thanks. I'm not staying in my home. Oh, you wanted me to close my business? No, I'm not going broke for you. I don't believe you, government, because you lie to me. You lie to me all the time. You lied to me a decade ago, 2 decades ago, 3 decades ago. You just always lie. Weapons of mass destruction, Vietnam, 9/11, Pentagon waste money. War on drugs wasn't a war on drugs. It was a war on people. War on terror wasn't a war on terror. It was a war on Americans. Setting up the TSA with the radiation and molestation practices in every American airport across the country. No thanks. I don't trust you. And I don't trust you, mainstream media, because you've lied to us too. You've led us off into wars. You got us to believe that it was okay to have a Federal Reserve banking cartel watching over our money supply. And we believed you. Well, it's time for us, we as Americans, to stop believing mainstream media and government functionaries who do nothing but lie. So we need to be like Donald Trump here. No, I'm feeling good. I like sitting behind my desk when I want to. I like going into my house and staying there when I want to. And I like leaving when I feel like it. I like opening up my business when I want to and serving my customers when I want to and when they want to. It's called voluntarism. You should try it sometime.
Wearing a face mask as I greet presidents, prime ministers, dictators, kings, queens, I don't know.
Presidents, prime ministers, dictators, kings, and queens.
Somehow, I don't see it for myself. I just, maybe I'll change my mind, but this will pass, and hopefully it'll pass very quickly. Now, with that.
Yeah, very quickly. They're planning on the shutdown through April 30th. There's already people right now freaking the frick out, wondering how they're going to feed their families in the next couple of days, let alone in the next month. Ralph Blackface Northam is talking about closing down Virginia until June 30th. And speaking of Virginia, that's what I wanted to talk to you about right here. I was going through some of my old videos, and I never posted this video right here. I don't know why. It just kind of got lost in the shuffle. It was on an external hard drive, and it was out of sight, out of mind. But I want to play this for you. This is 74 days ago, on June 20th, 2020, in Virginia, at the state capitol, during a gun rally. Listen to this. Can you imagine if every street corner in America had you guys hanging out on it?
Well, that's our goal.
What kind of city do you think Baltimore would turn into overnight, man? This is the kind of street corner I want in America. That is awesome, man. And guys, I was truly excited about this. It excites me to see somebody walking out in public, standing around in these groups with all this camaraderie, all this firepower, all this peace, all this respect. An armed society is truly a polite society. So I was stoked to see these guys. And I was like, you know what? Maybe there is hope for America. Although, you know, in the background on that, there was that gun-free zone up by the Capitol that everybody was abiding by the rules. They were obeying like compliant little servants. What everybody should have done was gone inside that inner gate and said, no, we don't recognize those commands. We don't recognize those illegitimate laws. So when I saw these guys on the street corner, I was like, you know what? Okay, there's a spark of freedom right here. I'm just going to play the rest of this real quick, and then I'll tell you what's on my mind. Would you guys mind doing a quick interview for my channel?
Would rather not do that.
Okay.
Pictures are cool, but,
okay. All right. I want everybody to see this. This is awesome, man.
Hey, cheers.
Hey, cheers to you guys. Thanks for being out here. And it truly was just a sight to see. It put joy in your heart. People were friendly. People were courteous. People were kind. But what if I told these guys on this street corner, let me back this up a little bit. What if I told all these heavily armed guys, these peaceful, liberty-loving individuals, hey guys, I hate to break it to you, but in 74 days, you're not going to be able to be standing around this close like this. You're not going to be able to shake anybody's hand. You may have to wear face masks. There's forced social distancing. There's going to be a quarantine on pretty much all of America. You're going to have to stay at home because there's going to be stay-at-home orders. You can't just go out anytime you want to. Businesses, small businesses have to close, but they'll keep some of the big box stores open like Costco and Sam's Club and Walmart and Walgreens and, you know, all the pharmacies like CVS. But everybody else, they'll be forced to shut down. All businesses will be closed, but the big businesses that the government says can stay open. Oh, and by the way, in 74 days, guys, over 10 million Americans, 10 million Americans will hit the unemployment line and file for unemployment insurance. And, oh, by the way, the banks are going to launch another round of QE, not 4, but infinity. But I just wanted to let you guys know you're not going to be able to stand around in the street corner like this in 74 days. They would look at me and go, look at us. Look how armed we are. Look how united we are. Look how for liberty we are. Look how pro-Constitution, pro-Second Amendment we are. That ain't never going to happen on American soil, boy. You can just take your fantasy and hit the road. I pretty much guarantee you that's what they would say. And here we are, 74 days later, with stay-at-home orders, curfews. The governor of this state right here, on the soil and the concrete that they're standing on, said they're not even going to open back up until June 30th. So I don't care about all you small businesses, is what Ralph Blackface Northam is saying. I don't care about you small businesses. Go under or whatever, but we got to save the people from CVID, you know what. These people would laugh me off that street right there if they thought, I was being serious. They would think I was some kind of, one who flew over the cuckoo's nest. Where's your straitjacket? Where's your padded cell? Where's the paddy wagon? Get this guy out of here. And yet here we are. So what was this? Where are they? I'm not condemning these individual guys. I'm talking about all of us. I'm talking about me. I'm talking about all of Americans. All of America. Is this all show, no go? It looks like it. It really looks like it. Yeah, those guns look real nice. You look real united. But apparently that's false unity. Because the government and mainstream media have gotten into every one of our heads, and we're so fearful that this right here is real when we know it's not. You know in your heart of hearts the government is lying to you. You know in your heart of hearts that that's all the government can excel at is lies and deceit. Or in the words of Mike Pompeo, we lied, we cheated, we stole. We had whole training manuals for that, to teach people to lie, steal, and cheat. Those are the people who are telling us we need to stay at home. You need to abide by the curfew. You can't just go wherever you want to. This is a different America. Or as this woman said right here at the very beginning, let me just play it again. This is our new world order.
In 5 Americans is about to be living under a new world order as New York joins California and a growing list of US states preparing to effectively shut down.
And that's what this is. Our new world order. And it wasn't because there are psychopaths and tyrants and dictators forcing us to do this. It's because we complied. We complied. We were the apathetic ones. We were the indifferent ones. And that's why I'm always saying the price of freedom is eternal vigilance. And indifference to this notion is the means by which the people have and will secure their own oppression. We have secured our own oppression. It wasn't secured for us. We secure it through our apathy and our indifference. What notion? The notion that the price of freedom is eternal vigilance. You have to be eternally vigilant. You have to constantly stoke the fires of liberty. You have to constantly remind people, hey, slavery is just one day away. Tyranny is just 24 hours away, if that. A violation of your Fourth Amendment rights is one door kick away at 3 o'clock in the morning from a SWAT team. You either have a right to be secure in your person's house's papers and effects, or you don't. You're either a free man and a free woman, or you're not. This is the land of the free, home of the brave, or it isn't. So far, it looks like land of the fee, home of the slave. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the Google Thought Police in the comment section below. And for God's sake, don't give away any more of your freedom. As a matter of fact, let's start taking our freedoms back.